Hello and welcome. My name's David. This is level A1 and this is lesson number 9. How are you? Good, I hope. Okay, in this lesson we are looking at the present simple. This is lesson 2 on the present simple. He, she, the grammar forms, and we are going to have a dictation. So you need a pen and some paper. Okay, let's start. First of all, let's meet Richard. This is Richard. Richard is a businessman. He works in an office. I work in a school. He works in an office with the S. He works in an office. He lives in a big house with a garden. I live. He lives. He lives in a big house with a garden. He drives an expensive car. He drives an expensive car. He has lunch. Very important. He has lunch in a restaurant. So I have lunch in school. He has lunch in a restaurant. He earns a lot of money. He earns a lot of money. He likes his job. I like my job. He likes his job. He plays golf at the weekend. And in July, he goes on holiday to France. He goes to France on holiday. So, read again, practice, think, and let's see. Can you remember the verbs? Richard is a businessman. He works in an office. He lives in a big house with a garden. He drives an expensive car. He has lunch in a restaurant. He earns. He earns a lot of money. Do you earn a lot of money? He likes his job. He plays golf at the weekend. In July, he goes to France on holiday. Okay, you can always go back and check. There's the answers. Now let's meet Sally. Bit different, right? Sally. So he, she, similar forms. Sally, a shop assistant. Correct. She works in a big supermarket. She lives in a small flat. She rides a bike to work, or goes by bus. She has a sandwich for lunch. Negative here. She doesn't earn. He earns. Richard earns. She doesn't earn much money. She doesn't like her job. She visits her mother at the weekend, and in July, she stays at home. She doesn't go, she stays at home. Here we have the sentences. So go back and practice again. Stop, practice, and check again. Okay, so here we have the grammar. Questions and short answers. Does Richard like his job? With the infinitive, no S there. Does Richard like his job? Does he play tennis? Does Sally ride a bike? Does she like her job? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Remember? Yes, I do. No, I don't. He does. He doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. And the long questions. What does he do? Where does he work? Where does he have? Infinitive. Have, not have. Where does he have lunch? What does she do? Where does she live? And what does she do at the weekend? And the answers, what does he do? He's a businessman. Where does he work? In an office. Or he works in an office. He works in an office. Where does he have lunch? In a restaurant. He has lunch in a restaurant. What does she do? She's a shop assistant. Where does she live? Let me disappear. She lives in a flat. What does she do at the weekend? She visits her mother. Okay? Now, next slide here. Practice, please. Can you write? So, example, what do? What does he do? You write, what does he do? He's a businessman. So, can you do the next ones? Complete the questions. Pause. And there we have the answers. What does he do? Where does he work? Where does he have lunch? What does he do? Sorry, what does she do? Where does she live? What does she do at the weekend? Short questions. Does he like his job? Does he play tennis? Does she ride a bike? Does she like her job? Now, just a bit of pronunciation practice, please. Rhythm. So, what does he do? Where does he work? Where does he have lunch? What does she do? Where does she work? Sorry, where does she live? What does she do at the weekend? What does she do at the weekend? See if you can get some rhythm. Yeah. And does he like his job? Does he like his job? Does he play tennis? Does she ride a bike? Does she like her job? Practice, practice, practice. Okay. And the summary. Yeah, affirmatives. I work, you play, he goes, she listens, it starts. We start, you watch, they drive. Negative. I don't work, you don't play, he doesn't go, she doesn't listen, it doesn't start. We don't start, you don't start, watch, they don't drive. Little note, we have lots of irregular and irregular verbs in English. So normally, we have play, plays, work, works, but have becomes has. Study, studies. Go, goes. Watch, watches with an E, watches. And the short questions. Do I, do you, does he, with the infinitive. Does he go? Not does he goes, does he go? Does she listen? Not does she listens, does she listen in the question? Does it start? Do we start? Do you watch? Do they drive? Yeah, and again, a note, have got and the verb to be different. Yeah, there's no do, no does. We say, are you a doctor? Is she happy? Have you got a car? Has she got any children? Remember from the other lessons? So no do, no does with have got and the verb to be. Short answers, yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Again, please practice pronunciation. Doesn't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. And yes, they do. No, they don't. Sorry, two those. Again, yeah, have got and the verb to be. No do, no does. So yes, I am. No, she isn't. Yes, I have with have got. No, she hasn't. So no do, no does. Okay, thank you. Next. Now we are going to try something new. Pen and a pen, paper. I want you to listen and to write. And then check. So no cheating. Don't fast forward with the video. Okay, this is a dictation. So listen and write. Her name is Mary. Her name is Mary. She's a doctor. She's a doctor. She works in a hospital. She works in a hospital. Her husband is a student. Her husband is a student. He studies Chinese. He studies Chinese at the university. At the university. They have 2 children. They have 2 children. During the week, she gets up at 7 o'clock. She gets up at 7 o'clock. After she has breakfast, she goes to work. She goes to work by bike. By bike. She doesn't drive. She doesn't drive a car. She likes her job very much. Very much. She starts work at 8 o'clock. She starts work at 8 o'clock. In the evenings, she has dinner. She has dinner and then She watches television. She watches television. At the weekend, they go shopping. They go shopping, and they go out with friends. Okay, so I hope, go back, listen, repeat, go back, pause, write, and when you finish, look at the answer. Her name is Mary. She's a doctor. She works in a hospital. Her husband is a student. He studies, exception, Chinese at the university. They have 2 children. During the week, she gets up at 7 o'clock. After she has breakfast, she goes to work by bike. She doesn't drive a car. She likes her job very much. She starts work at 8 o'clock. In the evenings, she has dinner and then she watches television. At the weekend, they go shopping and they go out with friends. They go to the cinema, they go to the pub, they go out. They go out with friends. Difficult? I hope not. Anyway, practice again, try again. And finally, your homework. Can you think about a family member, your mother, your father, sister, brother, and write 10 sentences about his or her daily routine? His name, her name, during the week, he gets up in the morning, he has breakfast, he has a shower, he goes to work. After that, he has lunch, he plays tennis, etc., etc. Okay? Thank you. And now, finally, that's the end of lesson 9. So, lesson 10. Next lesson is lesson 10, and we will be having a review lesson, a practice lesson. So, the days and months that have got, present simple again. So, lots of practice in lesson 10. See you then. Thank you for watching and learning. Bye.